Mayor Motley emphasized that international engagement must never exist in isolation from the needs of ordinary citizens. She argued that diplomacy, global advocacy, and strategic partnership must always produce tangible benefits at home, ensuring that Barbadians feel the impact of these efforts in their daily lives. Her position reflects a practical approach to governance, where foreign policy is not symbolic but directly tied to national development and social progress. She further underscored that every agreement and collaboration undertaken by the government should be purposeful and results oriented. According to her, discussion on the global stage must translate into improvements across critical sectors such as education, healthcare, water access, and national security. This outlook highlights her administration's focus on accountability, making it clear that leadership is ultimately measured by how effective it addresses the real challenges facing citizens. A central issue she brought to the forefront was the efficiency of the country's water infrastructure. She pointed out that aging water mains have led to loss of nearly half of Barbados' water supply, describing the situation as both sustainable and unacceptable. In a nation where water scarcity is a persistent concern, she stressed that such wastage cannot continue, reinforcing the urgency of investing in modern infrastructure. Motley made it clear that addressing this issue is not optional, but a national priority. Undergrading the water system, she suggested it's essential not only for conservation, but also for ensuring reliability and resilience in the face of climate challenges. Her remarks framed water management as a critical component of national development, linking it to broader goals of sustainability and economic stability. Ultimately, she conveyed strong confidence in Barbados' ability to overcome these challenges through strategic action and investment. Her tone balanced determination with optimism, expressing a belief that Barbadians deserve a modern and efficient water system that meets their needs. In doing so, she reinforced a broader vision of progress, one rooted in practical solutions, long-term planning, and a commitment to improving the quality of life for citizens. So that's it, folks. So please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much.
Hectic week, but a very productive week. Not only have we had the opportunity to engage with the heads of all of the major institutions based here in Washington with respect to our financial and fiscal relationships, but we've also been able to meet with the UN, SG, and DSG and be able to put forward the work that we've been advancing on the Borrowers Club and for a fair financial system. I keep making the point that what we do outside is what gives us the freedom and flexibility of policy space and fiscal space to be able to do the things that matter to Bajans, whether it is dealing with repairs of schools or fixing hospitals or building the polyclinics or doing all of the things to strengthen our national security efforts or strengthen our efforts to be able to deal with water. This morning, we signed a major loan with the Inter-American Development Bank that is designed to help us with the mains replacement in Barbados. In this instance, 3 and 4 inch mains, and this will allow us to reduce our non-revenue water, which hovers between 40 and 50%, depending on what part of the island you're in. And non-revenue water is simply that for every gallon of water that you pump, if half of it is being lost into the earth, you're not making any money from it. And that makes absolutely no sense with Barbados as a water scarce country. We've said over and over that our mains are over 100 years old in some instances, 80 and 90 years in others. And Barbados has only been able, in all of the work over the last 15 years, we have replaced less than 5% of our water mains. And that is why the work that we've done recently in St. Lucie in this last year, where we have come close to over 40 kilometers of mains, is so important, because it shows that we can scale up and we can be far more aggressive in being able to contain this issue, to use resources such as this that will allow us to get mains that will last for far longer than the time we pay back on the loans.
And in the next piece, you will hear Mr. Golden speaking about the importance of education. So just take a listen. Thank you.
This week we celebrate Education Week, and I want to speak to what that really means for our country. Education is not simply a policy priority, it's a foundation upon which everything else is built. So when we invest in education, we invest in health, in prosperity, in justice, in the very future of this nation. And I am deeply proud of the teachers, the principals, the guidance counselors, and the parents and students who show up every single day committed to that foundation. Your efforts matter enormously, and they deserve to be celebrated this week and indeed every week. But celebration must also be accompanied by honesty. There's still much to be done. Too many of our children are leaving school without literacy and numeracy that they need to be good citizens in the society. Too many of our children are leaving school without the literacy and numeracy they need. Too many schools still lack adequate facilities. Too many brilliant teachers are leaving for shores that value them more generously. These are challenges we must face with urgency and with purpose. Education Week is a reminder of what is possible when we're all intentional about the future we want to build. I believe Jamaica can do it. I believe in our teachers, our students, and our communities. So let us use this week not only to celebrate, but to recommit. The children of Jamaica are depending on us.
Mayor Motley expressed deeply personal connection to labor, emphasizing that the identity and progress of Barbados are rooted in the efforts of its working people. She highlighted that the nation's story is not written by institution alone, but by the dedication, resilience, and hopes of ordinary citizens whose daily work sustains and builds the country. Reflecting on May Day, she reinforced the idea that workers are not on the fringes of society but are central to national development. Her message underscored the importance of recognizing workers as the backbone of the country, reminding them that their contributions shape the direction and strength of Barbados. Motley also took time to commend the Barbados Workers Union as it approaches the 85th milestone. She acknowledged the union's long-standing role in advocating for workers' rights and contributing to national progress, noting that its history is intertwined with the broader development of the nation. She further emphasized that the future of Barbados depends on maintaining and strengthening values such as dignity, fairness, and opportunity for all workers. Her remarks pointed to a continued commitment to building a society where every worker feels valued and has access to equitable opportunities. In closing, Motley expressed gratitude to the workers of Barbados for their service, sacrifice, and unwavering belief in their country. Her message was both a tribute and a call to to continue fostering unity and progress, recognizing that the nation's success ultimately rests in the hands of its people. Thank you.
Businesses cannot function. Without labor, hotels have nobody to be able to welcome the tourists, the guests, and to be able to make sure that when they leave, they want to do what? Come back when I got it. And that is why putting people at the center of all that we do is so important. Without